It is time for another bullet journal flip through. My name's Kayla from Planning with Kay. This is my cat Luna sleeping beside me, and welcome back to our cozy little corner of the internet where we talk about all things planning and journaling. Today, I'm very excited to be posting another bullet journal flip through video where I'm going to flip through my last completed bullet journal from start to finish and show you every single page along the way. I've been bullet journaling for 8 years, which is just where you take a blank notebook just like this one and turn it into your own custom planner, sketchbook, scrapbook, diary, whatever else you want it to be. So today I'm going to be taking you through my 19th completed bullet journal. This bullet journal lasted me from June to October of 2024, and I am going to show you the entire thing from start to finish. This is an A5 size dot grid notebook from Shop Amanda Rach Lee. I use quite a few different notebook brands, but I always like the A5 size with white 5mm dot grid paper. I did also customize the front of this bullet journal with one of my own holographic stickers. And of course, I labeled the spine with the number as well as the dates for which I used this particular bullet journal. So without further ado, let's crack this bad boy open and start my 19th bullet journal flip through. So my bullet journal always starts with a little name page, and then I got another one of my holographic stickers on the inside cover here. Last year, I started making a lot of holographic stickers that ended up being like fun little freebies that I sent out to my customers and things like that. So you'll see quite a few holographic stickers sprinkled throughout this journal. So I started this journal with some simple like yearly tracker and migration spreads. I used my Home Sweet Home sticker collection as well as some of the printables from my $1 Patreon tier. And I love this simple little cover spread that I just made with 2 printables and then some stamps. It says home is a new bullet journal and then 2024 over on the right. After that, I've got my year at a glance. I set up this bullet journal starting in June of 2024. So my year at a glance goes from June all the way to May of 2025. And then next to that, I have a page of important dates. If you're new here, I do make stickers for planning and bullet journaling. So basically all of the stickers that you see in this journal are stickers that I made myself, and you can find them in my sticker shop, PlanningWithKay.com. So next up, I've got my future log. This is a place for me to write down any upcoming events, tasks, or notes. And I did like an expanded future log setup here. So I created a little Dutch door on the side with some monthly tabs, and then each month has its own full calendar, as well as a section on the right for basically just writing down notes for the month. This is a spot that I use to like pre-plan for the month. I ended up using this for a lot of like video idea notes or sticker theme ideas. Future logs like this can be a little hit or miss for me depending on how much I actually end up using them. You can see I ended up using the notes section quite a bit on the right, but I didn't have too many future events to keep track of on the calendars. But I did really like this future log setup. I feel like it was nice having a lot of extra space if I needed it. And I really liked the Dutch door setup with the Home Sweet Home sticker theme. After that, we have a few different just like yearly or long-term tracker pages. So I've got a tracker for the sticker themes that I used each month, as well as the new sticker collections that I designed each month. These are the sticker themes that were sent out to that month's Patreon sticker subscribers. Over on my Patreon is where you can get new stickers sent to you every month. And then over here, I've got my yearly or long-term period tracker using one of my yearly tracker stickers. And then I just tracked all the way up through whenever I stopped using this bullet journal. After that, we have a movie and TV show tracker just for a list of some of the movies and shows I was watching, and I gave each one an out of 5 rating. This is also using some stickers from my movie theater sticker collection, the Home Sweet Home stickers, and then some of my functional stickers at the top. After that, we've got some more media. So this is some of the music I was listening to, as well as the books that I read or listened to during this time. I didn't end up updating my music tracker quite so much, so there's really only a couple albums on there. I always really like tracking the media that I'm consuming. I feel like it's a nice little snapshot of the time, and I find that spreads like this are really fun to go back and, look at years down the line to see what you were into at that time. So that is all of my, start of journal kind of long-term pages. So that takes me right into my monthly, weekly, daily spreads. So I start with June of 2024 with this retro arcade theme. Again, like you'll be seeing throughout this entire journal, there are a lot of my stickers and printables at play here. And if you're interested in seeing how I actually set up any of these spreads, I pretty much have like YouTube videos or YouTube live stream replays for all of this. I really liked this June setup. We've got a weekly focus, a spot for weekly wins or like good things that happen each week. I've got a daily review page to write a summary of each day. Then I've got my live stream schedule and my self-care bingo, where I check off self-care items that I do throughout the month. And finally, a monthly brain dump. So those are my monthly spreads that will last me the whole month. And then that takes me into my weekly spreads. So this is also a printable from my Patreon from the $5 tier, where you get all of the weekly printables. Just customized it with some stickers here and there, and I have all of my daily to-do lists. And then that takes me through to the rest of my June weeklies and dailies. I usually do a certain theme for each month for my monthly spreads, but then once I start getting into like my daily and weekly to-do lists, I don't usually really stick to a certain theme. So you'll see all sorts of different stickers and themes throughout this flip through. I like to use my journal also for little memory keeping things like this. Like Jake wrote me a little note, so I pasted it in here. I did a little sticker collage on the left. Just a really sweet little memory to look back on. This is one of my favorite weekly spreads, I think, in this entire notebook. It's this Dutch Door vertical weekly with my purple peony theme, along with some of these like black grid circles and washi strips. And that is the last week of June. So that brings me into July. For July, I used this strawberry theme for my monthly spreads. This is the strawberry monthly kit from my shop, along with some more Patreon printables. And this theme makes me so happy. I was really in a groove with my bullet journal during this time. I always go through waves with my journaling, which I think is totally normal for not only something like journaling, but really any hobby. You tend to go through waves throughout the year of when you're doing that hobby a lot or using your journal a lot, filling it in regularly. And then there's little dips in the waves where maybe you're struggling to use your bullet journal as consistently as you would like. And in this time here in my journal, I'm really in a groove with it. My spreads are working out really well for me. I'm filling everything in pretty consistently and just really loving all of the pages that I set up. I had a bunch of fun stuff happening in July, so I created a photo memory page that I filled in after the month was over. I just print pictures by airdropping them from my phone over to my laptop. I bring them into a Word document to make them the size I want and then just print that out on sticker paper. And I love photo scrapbooking spreads like this. This is a really cool Dutch Door spread too. So on the other side here, I have my brain dump. And I do also have a whole video on Dutch doors if you want some guidance there. So now I go into my July weeklies again. This is the general routine of my bullet journaling, is that I have my monthly spreads, and then after that, you'll see all of my weekly and daily to-do list spreads throughout the month. I also here did a little reading spread talking about a book I had finished. These are some more weekly printables from my $5 Patreon tier. Some daily printables for some just little daily schedules and to-do lists. Another page of those. This was one of the first holographic stickers I made that I ended up sending out to my Patreon subscribers from this month. So sparkly, so pretty. And just like that, July is over and we're into August. August is, I think, one of my all-time favorite themes that I've ever done. That is the Mediterranean lemon theme. I think this is a fan favorite as well. I know you guys love this sticker collection. And for this month, I did a tabbed setup here within a Dutch store. So I've got my monthly calendar spread. After my monthly calendar, I've got a monthly overview that I didn't end up using too much, which was a spot for my weekly focus and a currently page. I think ideally I wanted to use this for just writing down memories from each week, but didn't end up filling that out, and that is okay. After that, I subbed my daily review summary spread for a 1 word a day. This was a really fun way to keep memories throughout the month, and as you can see, I just wrote down a word or two for every single day related to something that happened that day. Then I've got my live stream schedule and a little sticker collage here where I just layer a lot of stickers on top of each other until the entire page is filled up. You guys know how much I love sticker collages. And then my monthly brain dump to finish it off. So then once again, after that, we go into all of my weekly spreads for August, using some more Patreon weekly printables for these 2 spreads, matching that lemon theme. I also mixed some of my Secret Garden stickers in here that matched really well. Not every page of my bullet journal is pretty. Sometimes I'm just using my bullet journal for simple notes or brainstorming. This was a brainstorm for a YouTube video I posted about 5 types of future logs, just like the future log I have in the beginning of this journal. So if you want some more future log ideas, you can go check out that video. Sometimes I just like to go crazy with sticker collaging in my bullet journal, so that's what you can see here. I think this was me trying to use up a bunch of like partially used sticker sheets I had sitting around. So I just went crazy, and I love doing sticker collages like this. And then at this point, I'm starting to phase into my September theme, which is my frog tea party theme, which has a lot of really fun like wildflowers and dragonflies and little frog characters. I had so much fun creating the artwork for this collection. And for September, I did a very similar setup to what I did for August. I really was loving using these page tab stickers that I had released last year. So again, I did a little Dutch store tabbed setup here. And I've got my calendar for the month. I've got my live stream schedule and my brain dump. And then since I found I wasn't using my monthly spreads in August quite as consistently as the month before, I just go straight into my weekly spreads here. So I actually have all of my August weeklies tabbed on the side, and I just set up all of my weekly spreads with that frog tea party theme, and they're all just enclosed in these September tabs. So that was a really fun setup. It was fun setting up all these weeklies at once and having just the entire month of September enclosed in this little tabbed setup. So after that, we go into October. October, I used my otter sticker collection, and I busted out my watercolors for this month. It had been a while since I had used any watercolors in my journaling. So I had a lot of fun creating this decorative cover spread for October. using watercolor for all of the background and the lettering, and then just sticking in some of my otter and lily pad stickers on top. Here is my October calendar. I love the vertical sticker on the side and the quote at the bottom. And again, using some watercolor in here as well. I've got my daily review back. And this was also a month when we had a hurricane come through where we live. So things got a little thrown out of whack this month. So you can see some gaps in my spreads when life just got a little bit crazy. But I always try to go back to my spreads, even if I can't fill them out in the moment. I'll try to go back and update them as best I can. My brain dump is nice and filled out here. I got my live stream schedule again. And then I ended up setting up a couple pages for Halloween. So we've got my Halloween bingo card, like all sorts of fun Halloween related activities. And then I filled out the boxes that we actually ended up doing. And I did get a bingo at the bottom here. So that was really fun. And then another little photo memory page. So I could paste in a picture of our Halloween costumes and then just a couple photo memories from this month. And it's really nice having these. Again, I can see that it was Jake's and mine 5th wedding anniversary this month. So I have some pictures of that, a picture of Luna in our hotel room from when we were evacuated for the hurricane. A crazy month, but I'm glad I have it all documented in my journal. So now I go into my October weekly spreads, again, using the otter theme to start with. These are some printables from my Patreon as well, just for a simple little to-do list. I then got, I think, a little bored of the otter theme at this point, so I did a really fun weekly spread here where I did like a color scheme. So I stuck to like brown colors basically, and just found all sorts of stickers that matched the color scheme, even if the actual stickers didn't really go together. So we have like a big mix of stickers on these two sidebars. But that was a really fun way to like use a lot of stickers left over in my collection, and just have everything be the same color scheme. So that was really fun. After that, we have this little daily journaling spread. This is from a YouTube video of mine. And this was just a way for me to reflect on my day. So I did a little schedule of what I did that day, wrote about the best moment of the day, things I was currently eating, drinking, watching, listening to, and feeling, and then got a little to-do list brain dumped out on the side. And that is the last page in this journal. I didn't even realize, but that is the last page. After that, I just have like a few empty pages here. I typically go from one journal to the other once I run out of room for a whole other month. So I technically do have maybe 10 pages blank in the back here, but it wouldn't have been enough for November. So that's why once October was over, I called this bullet journal done and moved into my next one, which is actually the journal I'm currently using, which is sitting right over here. Finally, at the end of this journal, I always have my swatch pages. This is just kind of like scrap pages that I pull from when I need to swatch out supplies or if I need to rip out any bits of scrap paper. And just like that, that is my 19th completed bullet journal. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me flip through every single page in this journal. I have such a good time flipping through my past journals. I very, very often look through all of my journals you can see on the shelf here. And it's so cool having this little time capsule, this little snapshot in time at a point in my life where I can go back and flip through these pages and actually read about what past Kayla was doing and feeling and get to be reminded of all these memories that I might have forgotten about otherwise. It is definitely my favorite part about journaling, getting to go back and look through all of these past pages. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing every completed page in my last bullet journal from start to finish. If you liked any of the stickers or any of the printables I use, they are all available in my sticker shop, PlanningWithKay, or on my Patreon at patreon.com/planningwithkay. where you can also have stickers shipped to you every single month. If you like this video, be sure to like it and subscribe to my channel for more videos and live streams all the time. You can follow me over on Instagram at PlanningWithKay. And from Luna and I both, we wish you a wonderful rest of your week, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.